Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Sandrine Tarot from here. Hi, hello, and welcome. This is your daily tarot reading for the 12th of August, 2024, and we've switched decks for the day. The deck's listed in the description box down below if you need it. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump right into your reading. Alright, my lovelies, I have all your cards out on the table. We have two major arcanas. We also have two synchronicities showing up for you. We have 333 and we have 4444. So you may be seeing those show up for today. We start off with the best part of your day with the Three of Cups in the reverse. The Six of Pentacles in the reverse. The Emperor. The Six of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So we're using whatever authority and control, the discipline we have, and actually making some corrections, successfully working on something, making improvements. Why? Because something is amiss. Something is in a little bit of a disarray. Maybe the timing's off or something. Maybe you're missing some components, or they just need to be a little bit more finite, a little bit more clear. So fine-tuning things, messing with details. We're altering what feels like plans. Yeah, making it finite, making it a little bit more solid, a little bit more doable. Okay. It's like we're getting our ducks in a row almost. In our worst part of our day, we start off with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. The World in the reverse. The King of Wands. And the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Alright, downside is if we don't make some adjustments, if we don't make things finite, make it more solid, if we don't make these minuscule changes, as you might view them as. The downside is that when we try to implement these, they're not going to follow through. We're going to take action on them, but we're not going to complete anything. Why? Because it's not going to pan out. We've held to a specific type of action or way of doing things. So something is, like I said, in disarray. Something is amiss. Something's not totally aligned or maybe thought through. This is why we're having to look at details. This is why we're doing double checks. This is why sometimes you do have to make adjustments. Sometimes you make a plan and you're like, okay, we're fine. Well, you don't have to come back to it. But in all actuality, you basically got the broad strokes. You don't have the fine strokes of it. So when it comes to executing it, completing it is rather difficult with how you have the actions laid out. So it's something really has to be let go of, or and grasped better. Okay, interesting that showed up kind of in the worst part of our day instead of in the obstacle, or how to get over our obstacle. But we're going to jump into that portion now and see what else is here. We start off literally with our lovely Four of Wands, followed by the Eight of Cups, the Page of Swords, followed by the Ten of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, if we really want this to be pulled off, if we want to carry out whatever we've got planned. Maybe it's a schedule, maybe it's a project, maybe it's just simply, what we're going to do for the day, our plan for the day. Let's call it that. Maybe we're running errands, maybe we have to go to work, and then maybe we have to pick up the kids, and then maybe we're planning to go do something fun as a family, whatever, what have you. But in order to be successful, there's some particular thoughts and ideas about this that really need to go. So either there's too many steps or not enough. Like I said, something's amiss. Something is not in alignment. And if we're stuck on broad strokes, but we're not fine-tuning, that's an idea that's not thought through. It's not one that has been fully explored and assimilated enough that's got the detail. In other words, it's a broad stroke. And that's where we might have a little bit of a problem. And why we need to go back to the drawing board. For example, of our plan for the day. Well, maybe we're good up until we go to pick up our kids, but we forgot that we're clear across town and it's rush hour traffic, and it's going to take us twice as long to get from point A to point B. Going, okay, I have to pick up the kids now, and then I can go do this and still be there in enough time to do it before the store closes, whatnot, doesn't work. Because we've forgotten about rush hour traffic. We've forgotten about the distance, details. And if we sit there and think about it, we'll realize exactly what the issue is. So this is where we need to sit up and pay a little bit more attention. Sometimes broad strokes are good. It's the first draft of a plan, of a game plan. However, now we're realizing our game plan, our broad strokes are not enough. There's something more there. And this is where we have to start looking at all the options, going through and sifting all the details. Why? Because there's something else that needs to be extrapolated on. There's something else to be probably added or explored more in depth. Even if that means we have a better option available. Maybe we, toggle some of our events for the day or some of our tasks and switch them, and because that works better, rather than keeping it rigid in the order we've dictated and trying to somehow make that work. Instead of maybe moving something actually works better, a different option. But stepping back and looking at all those broad strokes and exploring them for the wiggle room, the expansion, in order to get everything to jive and move the way we want to, might actually be best. Talk about getting yourself out of a jam. All right. Well, I'm not sure what more I can say to you about that, but we're going to go ahead and leave this here. We'll jump into our numerology and our astrology. And hopefully you pay a little bit closer attention to how everything is organized. Time management is a thing, so perhaps that's literally what you're trying to save yourself is time management, or being able to get as many tasks completed because you've made sure everything is accessible and there. Alright, and I did add up your cards. Everything here adds up to 94, which also reduces to 4, another 4. So that's 5 4s for today. That's quite a lot. But 4 is strategy, your foundation, also security. So yeah, the best laid plans is usually a strategy that works. And here we are going back and making sure that everything is properly attended to where you can execute it. And making adjustments as necessary. Why? Because it's prudent that things actually flow and move like we need them to. And yes, that does mean Sometimes the actions that we think we need to take need to be released because we've missed something or we've overlooked something. It's okay to change our plans. It's okay to be a little bit more versatile, a little bit more fluid. And that's actually what probably is necessary for today. Now, for those of you that like the astrology, the moon in Scorpio trines Saturn in Pisces. Lots of work to do with one of your goals. You can tackle it quickly, especially to the feeling of extra discipline. First quarter moon in Scorpio. Intense focused on adjustments over the next week. Transformations are often made passionately. They can lead to bigger changes. Like I said, adjustments, minute changes. Making things work. Remember fluidity. Remember it's okay to change your mind. Remember it's okay that the plan is not the plan, that the plan is whatever we make the plan. You know what they say about the best laid plans? Well, be open to interpretation. Be willing to change them. Why? Because that's necessary to make the plan work. All right, my loves, I'm going to go ahead and stop babbling. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. And hopefully it resonates. If it does, give me a thumbs up. And if it doesn't, don't worry. It's a general reading. Take what resonates. Leave the rest. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.